had been doing triathlons and was actually preparing for a half-iron triathlon and started having pain in my lower right leg and also in my hip, and it got to the point where I had to stop training because I couldn't sit on a bicycle. Eventually I went and got an MRI and had a nerve doctor that said, something was going on with my back, so that's why I got the MRI. So I said, well, let's go see him and see what he can do. The way he explained it to me is that in my lower back and my L5-S1, the disc between those two were pretty much gone, and he said the nerves are being compromised or affected because of basically no disc there, and he offered me some options, and of course I came back for a couple more visits quizzing him on how he would go about it and what I could expect, and eventually he convinced me that spinal fusion was the way to go. Once the surgery was done and the pain of the surgery was gone, well, I began walking. I had surgery on Wednesday, got out of the hospital Saturday, began walking the following Monday. I think I walked like 10 miles that week, and the following week 20 miles until he told me to cut that back a little bit. But I wasn't having any pain while I was doing this, and of course I was trying to take it easy. I was a little bit skeptical in that because I hadn't been training, I hadn't had as much pain. It was just because I wasn't doing anything or because things had been fixed. But later on, as I got back into more intensive training, then the pain was not there like it was before, and I was able to train like I wanted to. Well, I had done one Ironman in 2011, Ironman Texas, so I wanted to go back and try to follow that same training regimen, and it's pretty much a 20-week training regimen, but didn't really get clearance to train until I had about 16 or 17 weeks left. But I was in pretty good shape, generally, so I just kind of jumped in at week 3 or 4 of the training and started training there. Basically, I'm swimming, I'm cycling, and then I'm running. And then I do some strength training just to try to maintain muscle, because with so much aerobic training, you lose, if you're not careful, you lose muscle at my age. But so I tried to do some strength training too. During the event, I didn't have any pain that I had had before. The only pain I had was just, it was not a pain like an injury, it was just pain from, pushing your body for that long of a period of time and just being, very fatigued, but no pain that was associated in my mind with anything from the back. I didn't have any back pain or leg pain. I had several goals going in. My first goal was to get to the start line not injured. The second one was to finish the race. Third one was to try to improve on my time from the first Ironman that I had done in Texas. I wanted to get better at the swim was another goal. So actually I accomplished all of those goals. I wasn't injured when I started. I did finish. My swim time was significantly better than when I did Texas. My bike time was somewhat better, not a lot. My run time was not as good, but it was more from just fatigue. So I finished. It took me 14 hours and 43 minutes, which was like 26 minutes better than my Ironman Texas time. The age groups are in groups of 5. I was in the 65 to 69 age group. There were 16 entries in that age group to begin the race. 4 of those were unable to finish. 12 of us finished. I was 8th out of the 12. Yeah, I definitely, attribute, him being able to take away the pain in my legs and my hips and my foot that was coming from this back injury. And but I think even more than that, the fact that he was saying, this is an injury, you need to stop doing this foolishness that you're doing. He was encouraging all along the way, and he never was negative about it at all. He was always saying, I think we can do this. It's always good to be around people that encourage you to do something, when they know it's hard on your body rather than, try to keep you from doing it. I guess as a memory of the fatigue pain phase, I may sign up for another one. I'm not sure, but I'll certainly continue to do at least shorter triathlons, sprint triathlons, and maybe half iron triathlons, and do something to stay active.